everybody doing? I see I already have a few people popping on. As you pop on, say hello, let me know where you're from. I've got comments on a phone down here tonight, so this should be some fun. I wanted to come on live because it's been a while. Hey everybody. Hello, hello. My name is Bri. If you are new here, I am the owner and artist at Upcycled by Bri. I love to go thrifting and junking. I take those items and I upcycle them into home decor. So I've got a thrift haul for you tonight. I had a few things left over from a few different thrift hauls, you know, things that didn't quite make the video. And instead of doing an edited video, we're gonna do it live. Everything is pre-listed on my website, upcycledbybri.com, under the current thrift haul collection. Now that is linked down in the description box below. And as we get into this, I will try to link it here a couple times in the chat as well. Hey Elaine, how are you doing, hun? Deborah is here. Hello, Diana. Hello, Mary Jo. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some of the bigger, heavier things here in front of me, and I think I'll be able to adjust this camera a little bit too if I need to. So y'all just let me know, okay? Still playing around with the new tripod. So first up, I went to a couple of different thrift stores. This one was the Major Thrift here in Topeka, Kansas. And prices are a little bit higher there, but I found a few good things, and this scale was one of them. So it is like Decor scale, but semi-functional here as it moves. And it's got some really good rusty patina on it. So I'm going to clean it up and then spray it with like a clear coat and just seal in that good rust. So I paid $7.99 for this, and I have it listed on my site at $19.95. It is like not cast iron, but it is a nice heavy metal chains, and I love that a lot. It would be really cute with some decor on it and a little vignette. So first things first there. And I wanted to let y'all know, if you put something in your cart and you like something, go ahead and buy it because things go kind of fast. And then if you get multiple items, I will combine shipping down as much as I can and refund what we don't use for shipping. Cool? And then at the end of the live, if I can get through things fast enough, I wanted to paint something. So the next two things I'm gonna show you, y'all help me decide what you wanna see. Now this is a canister set, a set of 3. The original price here on it was $62. So it must have come from some like high-end boutique. And it's got a really pretty terrible finish on it. Hey Nicole, new people hopping on. Hey Taryn, hey girls. So it's got a pretty gross finish on it, and I want to give it a fun upcycle. It reminds me like pretty like shabby French country. It's got three canisters, 3 lids. That one has a cool finial. Hello, normal man. Hello, hello. Hey Lynn. And then it sits on a base. So 3 canisters on a base. I paid $8 for it after my discount. I got these at the Giving Tree, which I get my vendor discount for being a vendor at the Owl's Nest. And I am going to sell it after it's all painted up for $28.95. Now I'll leave the inside of the canister set like plain. I'll clean it up real good and leave it plain. So if you want to use it, you know, maybe not food use, but for organization or whatever, and then we'll paint the outside. So that's option 1 to be painted. And then I figured I could do a fun croc, one of the new mini croc stamps on it, or this is option 2. So this is one of those fun like shelf corbels. I paid $4 for this one at God's Storehouse, which I haven't been for a while, but I went there for some clothing and I did some other shopping. And it is like kind of like resiny, got some decent weight to it, couple hangers on the back, but this one would also be a beautiful shelf sitter. So I could also paint this one up and do some fun wax on it. So y'all think about it. Do you want to see canisters or corbel shelf as the painted project this evening? Let me see here. I'm gonna try to tilt you down. Oh, this might be dangerous without knocking you over. Yeah, canisters. Mary Jo, either way, there we go, that's a little better. Mary Jo, either way, they're getting painted. I'm just trying to figure out canisters. Okay, cool. And I probably won't be able to paint all 3 canisters and the tray live, but we'll do one and get a stencil on it. It'll be a ton of fun. Sweet. Next up, we've got a fun blue enamel fondue pot. Now, I checked this out. When I bought it, it was $1.95 minus 30% at the Giving Tree. Made in Japan sticker kind of sold me on it. Sorry, that's reflecting. And I saw like the ding out here on the outside, but it ends up that it has a little tiny chip in the enamel on the inside. So I don't think you can really use it for food anymore once the enamel's chipped. But I still thought it was super fun. Anyway, and I paid what, $1.95. These were priced separately at $1, so paid $2.95 for it. I do have it listed on my site at $10.95, and I thought it would be fun in the kitchen. Very retro. Oh no, Josephine from South Carolina has been under a tornado warning. I've heard there's been a ton of bad weather that way. I'm sorry, y'all. Stephanie used to have a fondue pot. So I've never actually had fondue. You can do like cheese or chocolate, right? Dip the fruit, or dip like, what do you dip in fondue cheese? Next up is a Primitives by Kathy sign. So I don't know, she's, you know, I think you can get her stuff wholesale. I'm not a wholesaler of Primitives by Kathy. This was sold at Francesca's originally for $18. It was at the Giving Tree for $3.95. Minus my 30% discount. There are a couple of scratches on this like faux copper finish. So I'm gonna end up spray painting this to a color that's gonna help it pop. And then I'm going to, hey Jane, dip your fingers in the chocolate. Sorry. I'm going to paint it and then mount it onto a piece of wood. So that way it'll be a big statement piece. It says there's no place like home. So I thought it was sweet. For $4, a nice metal sign, I went ahead and picked it up. It'll be $18.95 after I give it a nice little upcycle. I do like the copper, but it's just too scratched up. Crusty bread is what you dip in the fondue cheese. That makes sense. There's a recent Primitives by Kathy item too. Is it recent, Mary Jo? Sweet. I like it. I would not paint it. I would totally leave it the copper if it wasn't scratched. Might try to work a little magic eraser magic on it. And then put it like on a black piece of wood and let that copper pop. I'll put an updated picture over on my social media, of course, like always. If you're not following me over on Facebook and Instagram, that's all down in the description box below too. And if y'all could do me a big, huge favor real quick, give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you can, share it with a friend. YouTube has been difficult lately, so pushing this out is going to help me grow. I am almost to 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And when we get there, we're gonna be doing a fun gifting video. So be on the lookout for that. Next up, I hit a little rolling pin jackpot. Hooray! These all came from God's Storehouse. Paid a little bit more than I usually do, but I haven't found any rolling pins out in the wild for a while, and they were all together, so I got excited. Hey, Jasmine's here. Hi, girl. So this one's cool. It's got red chippy handles. One is way more chippy than the other. Makes you wonder, do you think they were like, it's a beading rolling pin? $4 on this one. I'm going to sell it as is. It's listed on my site at $12.95. Again, everything is under the current thrift haul collection, which is down in the description box. This one is a little more modern. It does have some leftover flour on it, I think, so we'll clean that up. And we'll paint the handles. So I'll do a chippy milk paint finish on it, most likely. And then this one I'm gonna keep. I don't keep a lot of rolling pins because I have quite a few, but it's a Ruoco, and I looked it up before we went live, and they weren't going for a ton on Etsy or anything, like, you know, $12 or so. And this one's vintage, made in Canada, which I thought was kind of cool, and it's got little metal accents on the end. It's totally still usable. Ooh, and it's got a nice spin on it. Like this one, watch, this one's like all like, yeah, that one spins okay too. This one's old. It's got issues. Nicole says she needs new rolling pin inspiration. You guys, I don't do anything to my rolling pins. If they're modern like this, I paint the handles. I sell them for around $10 to $12.95. This one will be painted and it'll be $10.95 on my site. This one I'm keeping, and this one I'll sell as is. So I don't usually do. I've seen people put transfers and stuff on them, and it's beautiful. I just haven't yet. The patina is nice on this one, Jane. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It's vintage. Retro, if not vintage. Sweet. So that's fun. If we have time, I'll do the rolling pin handles on here, but if I'm doing the canisters, we probably won't. And then these were just for my personal stash. I found a nice little stash of wood. They were 25 cents a piece, and I'll use these to embellish things, make little shelf sitting signs. And then like this square and the round ones will be used with some spindles to make some candlesticks. And they were all 25 cents a piece. This bigger one was 50 cents. So with the price of wood right now, I grabbed those up for sure. Hello, Rhonda from Indiana. She just got here. Welcome. If you are just hopping on, say hello. Looks like I've got 84 people on. That's a little crooked. I am just doing a little quick thrift haul this evening. We're going to get to a couple projects at the end. The thrift haul and all the paint and stuff I'm using is over on my website, upcycledbybri.com, all down in the description box. Next up, I have a little set of salt and pepper. They need corks, and if I do have corks that'll fit them, I'll stick them in there before I ship them out. But they're pretty primitive. I thought they were super cottagey or farmhouse. Either way, I paid $1.50 for the set. Yep, minus my 30%, and they are for sale at $6.95. Hello from New Zealand. Welcome, Zoe. So I thought those were super cute. And even if you don't want to add corks and like actually add salt and pepper to them, they're just really cute in a little kitchen vignette. They'd look really good with some copper or some light blue. Cool, that takes care of what's on the table. Next up, I am going to hop into some candlesticks. You guys know I like to sort my junk out. So as I was listing everything, it all kind of got sorted. We're gonna try to do this without dropping things on the metal table. Hey Virginia, how are you this evening? Welcome. I got a couple comments on this already. I posted a sneak peek picture earlier. This has not been cleaned up yet, but before I ship it, I will give it a good clean. It is a Pottery Barn candelabra, and it is heavy. I haven't done any looking into exactly what kind of metal it is, but it's heavy. Do we have any ideas? I don't think it's silver. I tried to look some up comparable on eBay or whatever, and even like on Pottery Barn, and I couldn't find any exactly like it. But it's super gorgeous. The candle, like the little candle cups, do kind of like move here, so that's gonna make it easier for me to ship, which is why I'm shipping it. It's a little bit heavier. I paid $9.99 for this at the major thrift, and it is listed at $22.95. So this is gonna be gorgeous. Is it pewter? See, Jasmine, that's what I was thinking, but it doesn't say it. That would look so good in your 1930s farmhouse. Well, Diana, it's available under the current thrift haul collection for $22.95 plus shipping. Somebody else said pewter too. It might be, because look, these, this little set I got for $5 for the set at God's Storehouse, and they say pewter, 7-inch taper pewter on the bottom. And this one didn't say pewter. If it is, it's tarnished. But like, this is a heck of a lot heavier. And maybe it's just because it's bigger. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty. And it's a little fancy for my decor. It's a little too fancy for my decor, but I get them whenever I see them because y'all love them. So we'll go with these next. Again, $5 on this set of the pewter candlesticks, and I have them listed for $10.95. They were originally $5.99 each. And I will, I'll take the stickers off of them because they're not like impressive stickers, and I'll give everything a good clean. And then on this one, I will get all the wax off of it and give it a good clean. I probably won't like clean all the patina off of it because I know some people like those. I'll leave that up to you. But I will get the wax off of it and give it a good little sanitize. 93 people. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am excited to be live. I'm not going to be able to get out of here when we're done. I haven't been live over on my channel for a while. All right, next up is this teapot. It is a Satsuki, Japan. And the like crockery blue and white is what got me on this one. I also have a teapot problem in general. It was $2 minus my 30% discount, and I have it listed for $10.95. I know a lot of y'all are doing the blues for fall, so I figured this would be perfect for a vignette. I will get the tape off of it, clean it up really well, and get it all cleaned up with some lemon oil too, get all the sticky off of it. But I think, knock on some wood, I have kind of nailed down how to ship the glass and stuff, so I'm not so nervous about shipping this stuff anymore. All right. And again, if you're just hopping on, we have a choice this evening of painting at the end, painting some canisters, a canister set, and doing a stencil on it, or painting this corbel and doing some wax. Most people have voted for canister already. If you haven't, weigh in down below. Elaine likes the smaller candlesticks. I thought they were too pretty too, Elaine. Especially with, I'm thinking Christmas already, but for me, like winter and silver and pewter and all that kind of go well together. Next up is this little cute little mini crock for $1. I have a slight crock obsession as well, so I'm kind of making sure I don't hold on to too many. This is the Buckeye Pottery Company, and the stamping on it is really fun. I mean, not stamping, the etching on the bottom. There are no stamps on it. I'll give it a good clean before I ship it out, and I have it listed at $8.95. Oh, and these are adorable, like with a pumpkin, like a little bit of like greenery and then a pumpkin sitting on top for like a little pumpkin topiary. Adorable. Tiny little yellow crock, no stamping, no etching, no markings on this one. It was $1 in the dollar room at the Giving Tree, and I have it listed for $9.95, and I will be stenciling this. I can probably get a stencil on this one tonight too. Thank you, Jasmine. She said so many good finds. Girl, I always got good finds. I can find all the good junk. You gotta search high and low. Who else on here is a avid thrifter? Who else likes to go thrifting? Do y'all just watch other people do it, or do you do it too? Hey, Michelle, crock obsessed, that's you. Hello. Next up is this wood and like mercury glass. It's not actually mercury glass candlestick, but I love it. Clean it up, get all of the original stickers and stuff off of it. Of course, I will use a lint roller down on the felt stuff. Diana, I know you love thrifting. And get it shipped out. Sorry, I have comments coming up on the screen too. It's like squirrel. I bet I can turn those off. But this was originally $34.95, marked down to $25.98, and I got it from the Giving Tree for $4.95, less my discount. It's really pretty. I thought about keeping it. $14.95, and again, wintertime, the silver, it's good. I like it. I'm not gonna keep it. If it doesn't sell in a couple days, maybe I'll pull it down and keep it. Thrifting's your passion, says Allie. Good, good, good. I thrift on senior days. I like it, Lindsay. I like it, I like it. All right, next up, continuing little candlestick trend. This little mini one was 50 cents. The white sticker was God's Storehouse. 50 cents. I am going to, oh, that's what I'm going to do with this one. I have a ton of pumpkins. I'm going to sell this one with a pumpkin, as is, $9.95. There's a little scratch on the wood down here, so I'm going to clean that up with some nice dark hemp oil. Thrifting is my problem, says Josephine. Hey, Veronica, how are you? Amy, hello, everybody. So again, little mini wooden candlestick, selling it with a pumpkin on the top, $9.95. I thought this would be super cute in a vignette. See, with candlesticks, I love them. In the spring, you know, you put like a little pot of flowers on them. In the fall, you put a pumpkin on them. In the winter, you put a little Christmas tree on them. So versatile. Oh, next up is this. I paid up for this a little bit, $4 for this little urn, but it's like cast iron, heavy, and it's got some gross greenery in it. I have on the listing, because the floral foam is glued in, I'm gonna pull this greenery out, put some nice pretty fresh greenery in it, and it will be $14.95 with the new floral. And then I have everything listed on my site right now, like as is, not cleaned up or anything. And then I have in the listing, like, hey, I'm going to clean this, or hey, I'm going to paint this. And then as I do those things, I'll hop on and update the listings with updated pictures. So paid $4, selling $14.95 with a new floral. Super cute. I'm a sucker for metal and floral, as most of us know. Next up, this is an E.O. Brody company white vase. It's not milk glass. I'm about 99% sure. Hey, Leslie. 99% sure it's not milk glass because it's not like see-through or whatever. Is Jessie on here? I haven't seen her. She would know. But I did look this up online. It's slightly collectible, but I did throw some pretty fall floral in it. I like this like lamb's ear for fall this year. Usually this is more like a spring thing for me, but with the white sunflowers, totally digging it. So this whole setup, I'm selling it all as is. Sorry, a pretzel just flew underneath my office door. Apparently somebody walked by and dropped a pretzel. It really distracted me. Oh my goodness. $12.95 with the floral. Very pretty. Who is doing, everybody's talking to each other in the chat. I love it. Who's doing light colors for fall this year and who's doing dark colors? Are we going like more muted tones? I am personally going like orange, yellow, dark woods, going all out. Last year I did more muted tones. I did white pumpkins and a lot of apothecary and I think some skeleton keys. So switching it up this year. Jasmine says she loves lamb's ear for fall. So okay, next up, this is super cool. This I could not say no to. It was, of course, because it's metal, brass, $2.50, and I have had some stamped like tin before, but not stamped brass. So I don't know. It's like, it's hollow. It's not super heavy, but I do believe it's brass. It's so pretty. And it's threaded on the top, so it obviously at some point had a top and doesn't anymore. I'll take some kind of wood base, maybe this one, maybe not, out of my stash and use a bit to be able to drill that out and make a top for it. And then I'll probably use some fun new decoupage paper on the wood. So upcycled table, I paid $2.50 for the base. I've got a ton of wood tops and then I have it listed for $22.95. Sorry, I keep looking down, y'all. I've got everything on a paper here. I can't remember it all. But I am all about making these cute little tables. In fact, a couple videos back, I made one and it sold super cute. Or it sold super fast. All right. Next up, there's a pile of junk around me, which I'm not mad about. Next up, I've got some critters. If I don't drop them. All right. I need to find, made myself laugh. I was gonna say I need to find some baskets to use for this. I have a million. Next time I'll use baskets instead of ugly boxes. All right, let's look at these critters. I got this fun duck. It was a $2 planter and I just threw some floral in it, but it does have a plug in it. So you can take that plug out and put, you know, do like a potted plant, or you could leave the plug in and do some fresh flowers. But I'm gonna sell it as is with the faux floral in it. He's adorable. $8.95 is what I have it listed as. I love his little beady eyeballs. Y'all know I love my critters. Hey Laura, glad to see you too. She says she's late. That's totally fine. We've been on for what, half an hour already. Oof. All right, let's speed this up so we can paint some canisters. We're gonna go fast through the critters. So the little duck, $2, $8.95 with the floral. And then I thought this guy was going to be great for Halloween. Cement, crow, raven, something. He's heavy. He was $4 at God's Storehouse, and I have him listed for $12.95. little chip there in the beak, totally fine. And I mean, you could paint him too. You could paint it up black, or maybe just add some black wax into his details. But I'm going to leave him alone in case you guys like him. And then this one. I really wanted to keep this one. He's like a little judgy raccoon. He doesn't have time for funny business. He's very serious. But I know there's raccoon lovers out there, so I'm gonna pass him along. He cost me about $1.50 less my discount, and he's $8.95, but he'd be super cute in a vignette. Canisters, everybody says canisters. Okay, we'll paint the canisters. I'll quit asking. Thanks for answering. Sweet raccoon, I know he is sweet. I've got 2 house hippos. I found one a while back and I was like, oh, I finally found a house hippo, and now I find them everywhere. This one was made in USA in 1987, Miller. He's got one missing tooth, which I'm not gonna do anything about, but he could totally be fixed with a little air dry clay. And then this one seems a little more vintage. It was made in China though, but I love his face and his teeth. And he is $4.95 as well. So the house hippo, I heard, was a advertisement in Canada to teach children not to believe everything they like see in the media. It was a commercial with this little tiny, and I looked it up on YouTube. I looked it up on YouTube, and so it was like this little hippo running around in this person's house, like this little tiny miniature hippo, and just teaching kids not to believe everything they see. It still didn't really make a lot of sense, but whatever. So now when I find hippos, I get them because people are looking for their house hippos. I don't personally have one yet, but someday I'm gonna find the perfect one and I'll keep it. And then again, Halloween coming up, the clowns called my name. I don't know, I don't usually do clowns, but it's a planter and there's no markings on it. I feel like it's probably vintage, but I cannot confirm. It does have a little bit of crazing on it, if you can see that, a little bit, but no big cracks or anything in it. And it was $2.50 at God's Storehouse. I have it listed at $8.95. No hole in the planter, but I did have, where'd they go? Right here. Some of these cute little flocking balls from the Dollar Tree. And I thought they would look cute like balloons. Right? Super cute. I'll throw those in too, why not? $8.95. Okay, let me get some of these critters out of the way or I'm not gonna have room to paint. I don't wanna break them. I made a coffee earlier, but I decided not to drink it all because I had so many breakables. If y'all have been watching some of my, yeah, I know, Michelle, clowns are kind of creepy, but that one wasn't creepy. It's all one color and it's like, it's fine. It's not creepy. It wasn't a creepy one. If you've been watching my current videos, you've seen that little mouse in all my pictures and stuff. So in that same bag, it was like $1 for the bag. There was also a squirrel and a frog, and they all had holes in them. So what were these for? Why do they have holes? Do we know? Either way, these are $2.95 each, and I love to put them up in my kitchen window next to plants. I really like this frog. He's very cottagecore. Oh, we've got 101 people on. Hello, everybody. Just going through a thrift haul. You can find it on my website, upcycledbybri.com, in the current thrift haul collection. We're going to do some painting here in just a few minutes. And then this little snowman I love because he has a typo. Yeah, Christy says too much coffee makes her shaky. Talk about too much coffee and then going live. Getting the nerves. So instead of friend, it says frinny. I don't know. I thought somebody might think it was quirky. So those are fun. I love tiny things and I love critters. And then last thing in my little critters pile is this set of trivets. And I know I've got some owl lovers. So one mama trivet was $1.50 and then each of her little babies were $1. Less my 30% discount. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now, there are, I can't find it. $13.95 is what I have it listed as. They are listed on Etsy. These are kind of gross. I will give them a good clean. And there was a little bit of rust on a couple of them. I can get that off with the barkeeper's friend, so no worries there. I will get them all cleaned up. But they were listed on Etsy for about $30. So I figured I'd do $13.95 on them. But I also thought they'd make super cute wall decor. Leslie said she has a quad espresso every single day. That's wild. Hey Sue, first time catching me live. Welcome. Thanks for hopping on. I sure appreciate it. I sure do. All right, last couple things and then we'll paint a canister. So I do like to pick up Floral from the thrift stores. It helps me keep my costs down when I can. And then these were, I'm keeping these, sorry guys, I'm gonna show them to you first because I'm keeping them. They were from a florist, Stanley Flowers here in Topeka, which I don't think is open anymore. But they were still in the plastic, so kind of new old stock, and they were $3 each. But they've got like a really pretty realistic finish to them, and every single branch is bendable. And I wish I would have found these before I redecorated almost, but that's okay. So I found 2 of them. I paid $3 each for them, and I am keeping those. But I did find a little bit of floral to sell. This adorable little eucalyptus garland, but it's one of those plastic ones. And I thought it would be perfect with a pumpkin in it. So if you are doing that muted tone for fall, you put a pumpkin on anything, like I said. It was $3. I've got this up for $10.95. And of course you could use this on the wall too. You might need to poke in like a couple pretty flowers, but you could totally hang it if you wanted to. Cute. Pumpkin not included though. Sorry. Michelle said nice snag on the floral. Right, Michelle? And here's the thing too, like this one, I have been a total sucker for the vintage floral. Like this doesn't even look real, but for some reason it just tugs on my heartstrings. And so this is actually in a piece of Hager pottery, which is what caught my attention. And I looked it up online. This specific collection is pretty popular, and I love that orange. I wanted to keep it, but I'm wondering if I have any Hager collectors out there. So they did have the floral attached with a little bit of sticky tape, and I will use lemon oil. Maybe not lemon oil. I'll use something and get that off. I'll be careful. But there's no chips or cracks or anything in it. Get it all cleaned up. And then I have that listed separately. Excuse me. The floral is a little dusty. And I have the bowl listed at $12.95. Comparables were about $30 on these. But anyways, the bowl's gorgeous. It's listed at $12.95 on my site. I am going to deconstruct this, not tonight, and actually wash and reuse this floral in my own decor because it's hard to find good orange floral these days, in my opinion, where I look. I don't go really to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's ever because it's clear across town. Candle for a hole in the squirrel. For a candle, Elaine? No, it's too small. Elaine says she thought maybe that was for a candle, but it's like literally like, I was thinking like, I don't know, jewelry? But why would you put ceramics on a jewelry? Or then I was also thinking, I've seen like more modern plates that have a little thing and you can put like cute little toppers and switch them out seasonally. I don't know. I need to do, maybe I'll do a little more research on eBay or something when we're done later. Stephanie says she's doing muted and blue for her fall colors. I love it. Look at this chicken. It's a basket and it's a rooster. And I've never seen anything like it. It looks like it used to have some googly eyeballs, so I'm going to get that glue off of there. And it's got a little bit of damage right up here at the top. But I can fix that, glue it down so it doesn't break anymore, and it won't be super noticeable. Ah, Wild Oats, Wildcats? No, Wild Oats said ceiling fan poles. Maybe. That's interesting. On the little squirrel. So I really loved this. I kind of want to keep it, but I know I've got rooster lovers, so his neck is the handle. He's so cute. $12.95 on this basket. It was $1.50 is what I paid. It's in good shape other than that little bit of damage up there. Oh, and then this basket was super neat. It was only $1. There's one little spot of damage right here that I'm gonna fix. Again, you can glue these up and it sturdies them up. I don't buy baskets if they have too much damage, but if it's just a little bit. And I thought this one would look pretty, either cottage or boho, with a potted plant inside of it. I have it at $8.95. Super cute. I can't keep all the baskets. And then I found 2 baskets. The other one is holding all of my massive zucchini from the garden. But I'm gonna sell this one, even though I don't want to, but I can't keep them all. But it's big, it's a gorgeous color, it's got really good patina. It was $3 for me and I have it listed at $16.95, so still a heck of a deal. You could do blankets in here. This is a statement enough to like sit on a big coffee table or even the middle of your dining table with a nice pretty display of fresh fruits and vegetables. So can't pass up a good basket, y'all know me. Okay, what colors do we want to see on that canister? I've got like 2 more things here and then we'll paint. This was an adorable little pipberry wreath, or it is, and it's got a couple even frosted, and I don't even like purple. Oh, I'm wearing purple. It's the only purple shirt I own. $1.50 is what I paid on it, and then I think I have it listed at $4.95, but I thought it was super pretty. And if you're doing muted fall tones, I thought that would be cute for cottage. Wild said her mom has a hummingbird, one of those little ceramic hummingbirds with a hole in it. Maybe that's what it is. I'll Google that or search it or whatever when we're done, and see if I can find out. The last little thing here is this little miniature salt box. This was made in Taiwan, so I don't think it is old, but it's super cute. It was 50 cents and I have it listed at $4.95. So cute kitchen decor. It doesn't have a lid, so I don't know. I wouldn't store my salt in it because there's nothing to cover it, but I thought it would be cute kitchen decor. Cute, cute, cute. All right, what color do we want to see on the canisters? So I'm going to use, before I move on, if you are just hopping on, I've got a few more people on. All the thrift items I just showed are on my current thrift haul collection over on my website, upcycledbybri.com. I am going to paint some canisters and do some stenciling. Those paint products are also on the same website. So I'm going to use the new mini croc stencils. Y'all can help me pick out which one to use and what color paint. And I think we'll start with the middle one. Excuse me for just a second. There was stuff from that floral everywhere and I didn't want to get it in my paint. So I was thinking I would do blue probably for the croc stencil parts, maybe some Hey Sailor, to make it look like an authentic croc. Should we do like a muted brown, like some faded burlap, to stay with the croc? Should we do beadboard? I've got letterpress gray. What color do we want to see, y'all? Help me out, help me out. I'm gonna get the other 2 sides of this up here so we can get the big picture. I'm not gonna paint it all tonight, but we'll get it going. Faded burlap, sweet. I can do that. Faded burlap with some blue stencil. Candace, you answered. Hunter green, Michelle. Yeah, you know me, and I do love my green, but if I do green, then what color am I gonna do the stamp? Like the stencil, but it's supposed to look like a croc stamp. Okay, so this is the big picture. I'm gonna start with the middle one since it's the tallest. Lindsay says beadboard. We're gonna start real quick with a nice little wipe down. So far, faded burlap is in the lead. I apologize. I didn't put a, I forgot to put my drop cloth down. I know that metal table can be kind of loud. Looking like faded burlap. Just going to use a little Lysol wipe. I don't use these often, but it is convenient right now while I'm live. I also use a TSP substitute a lot to clean things, and sometimes just Windex. And these were just dusty. So, Leslie says farm fresh. I don't know if this is interesting. I also have a vote for gray. If I do farm fresh, what color am I going to do the stencil, Leslie? Still Hey Sailor? Beadboard would be good, or skeleton key. Oh man, dang it, y'all. Skeleton key, I love skeleton key too. I want to do one each color, but that would be too wild. Oh, farm fresh, y'all are killing me. Okay, since we're doing the croc, let's do farm fresh. Why not? Let's do it. Farm fresh, and then we'll do the stamp in Hey Sailor. I'm sorry, I hate letting other people down. So if y'all don't have a paint key tied to your work table, what are you waiting for? It's one of the best hacks ever. That one was Chad's idea. He gets the credit. Oh, Jamie and Seb did fall. What for fall, Leslie? Farm fresh? I haven't watched them yet today. I've been so busy. All right, let's grab. Oh, and my Klingon R20. These are available over in my brush collection too. And exciting news. All right, so I got Farm Fresh, this beautiful teal. Got my R20 Klingon, and we are just going to apply a coat. One coat, maybe a coat and a half should do it. But exciting news, I have a couple of new styles of Klingons ordered. Styles / sizes. And fun, new, exciting news about stencil brushes from JRV coming up very soon on the 20th is when I can tell y'all more about that. Yahoo! What's it like, everybody? Where y'all are at? Who's ready for fall? It is finally starting to cool down just a little bit here in Kansas. Still been pretty warm, but I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. Elena went back to school today. I've got a daughter who is almost 10, and she's in the 4th grade. So she went back to school today. It was quiet here, but I got a lot done. The garden is still producing, and the pool is still open. So I'm trying to soak it up, but I'm about over it. I do like fall too. I'm not a big, huge winter fan. So I'm not a big, huge cold fan. But I do like to decorate for Christmas. So there's that. All right, so Farm Fresh is this beautiful teal. Now, whoops, I'm sorry. DIY is a all-natural clay-based paint. And when you think about the clay-based paint, it's a lot like dirt, right? Clay is a lot like dirt. When dirt is dry, it's lighter. When dirt gets wet, it turns into mud, which is darker. So this is wet right now, and it's a little bit darker. As I dry it, you will notice it lighten up. And then when I seal it, it will darken back up a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your colors with clay paints and chalk paints. Laura said it was humid today. Tornado warnings in Virginia. Cooler in Missouri. Supposed to be hot again next week. That's about right. Raining in Houston, 100 for the weekend. Ew, Elaine, that sounds like it's gonna be humid. Icky. Icky, icky. Kansas really does, I mean, we get all 4 seasons here, and all 4 seasons are beautiful, but we can get some extremes. You know, it gets really hot, it gets really cold. You know, we get not so much fire or drought, but we can get ice storms. Pretty bad ice storms in the winter. But fall, we get beautiful fall, and we get a beautiful spring, so it kind of balances out and makes it worth it. Leslie, it's 68. Leslie, are you settled in? I've been watching your adventures on the social media. It looks like you're starting to get settled in. If y'all don't follow me over on Facebook and Instagram, be sure to do that. I post daily over on those platforms. And then I've got a Facebook creative group where you guys can post your projects. And if you have videos and stuff of your own, you're more than welcome to post them over there. And then I also now have a YouTube channel membership. And that is for people who have a little bit more of a business aspect going on and are wanting a little bit of advice as far as the channel and website stuff. And then we do some painting projects. That's twice a month on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. The 1st and 3rd. So actually we have a live video tomorrow over in channel membership, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I'll make a post for my channel members tonight as a reminder. But again, all of that is linked below. So if you haven't checked out the description box, do so when this is over. Okay, so I've got one coat on. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun, stop yapping for a second. And we'll probably do another half coat or so. So a heat gun is handy, especially when you're doing lives and stuff. It's not 100% necessary. This paint dries pretty quickly on its own. And you can always stick it in front of a box fan. Or if it's 100 degrees where you live and sunny, put it out in the sun and it will dry super fast. But like I said, as it's drying here, kind of notice how it's changing color and getting just a little bit lighter. Oh, Taryn said maybe the little squirrels and animals and stuff is for macrame. Could be. Either way, they're super cute. Oh man. Anybody have kiddos going back to school this week? I've been a little quiet and my videos were only like twice a week in July. Summer's busy. This was my first summer on YouTube and it kicked my tush. But Elena's back in school this week. I figured I'd give myself a little break. We'd go live tonight and then we'll get back to edited videos on Thursday. Leslie said white with Hey Sailor. She said never mind, farm fresh with whatever you want. Leslie is always has a million ideas. The white with the blue would be pretty classic too. I'm looking else. I'm like, what else do I have to paint? I got a lot of like as is items these thrift, like last couple thrift hauls. I'm really digging like the Cottagecore, Granny Chic, Grand Millennial style. And so a lot of things I'm finding just like loving as is, which is great, but I love to paint things too. So I couldn't pass up these canisters. Look how much better that is already. Almost done here. We'll do another half coat or so. Now, ideally, if you are painting at home and you're not rushing and you're not heat gunning, you would probably give your coat of paint, 30 minutes or so to dry and kind of cool down and chill out before you go on with coat 2. But we will be fine. I'm going to go straight on with coat 2 and just not push with too much force since this is a little bit of a slicker surface. But the DIY paint really does stick to just about anything. You can see one coat here, almost full coverage. Susan asked if I have ever whitewashed baskets. Susan, I have. And I just used a wash of DIY beadboard, just watered down. Sorry guys, I should have put my hair back. It's driving me nuts. Candace just asked, where is the best place to personally message me? So Candace, you can PM me over on Facebook, my Upcycled by Bri page. I'm drying this and it's totally dry. Or you can email me, and that's upcycledbybri@hotmail.com. That would probably be easiest. Okay, well, it's hot. We're just gonna do this. I was gonna pick it up and try to bring it in closer, but it's still hot. Keep that in mind when you're heat gunning. So as I go in with this second coat, you can see 100% covered. Now, there are a few brush strokes on here. The Klingon does really good at minimalizing those brush strokes But if you're the type of person who doesn't love the brush stroke, you could also use a mister bottle and kind of mist your paint brush down, and that's going to help thin the paint out. It'll help your paint go further, and it'll help minimize those brush strokes a little bit more. Me personally, if I'm hand painting something, I don't mind seeing a few of those brush strokes in there. And I'm also going to be waxing this, so that texture will pick up, will help the wax show, and it'll pick up that texture really pretty. Stacy asked, how much does the DIY paint cost? I'm just starting to hear about it. Great question, Stacy. So an 8-ounce container of the DIY paint is this size. I would say it would cover a few smalls and maybe like a small plant stand. Not both, but and or. So, you know, a few different smalls that you would have. It would cover like a real small side table or plant stand, and that's $13. The pint is $21.50, which is the 16 ounce, and the quart, the 32 ounce, is $33. So this is the quart. This would cover probably a dresser and, you know, a small dresser, like a little stand-up 5-drawer dresser, very easily, and a couple little smalls to match with it. When you go to my website, there's a collection called DIY Paint and Products, and when you click the different variants, you know, if you click 8-ounce down in the description of each paint, it's going to say like this 8-ounce jar will cover approximately so-and-so. This 16-ounce jar will cover approximately so-and-so. So if you're shopping, just keep that in mind. Just read the description. That'll help remind you. White wax, Stephanie, I will white wax this bad boy. Don't you worry. We're going to do the coats of Farm Fresh here. I'm going to do the stencil with Hey Sailor, and then we're going to put some white wax on it. It's going to be pretty. Not exactly like super fall, but you know, everybody's doing fall projects right now. Let's do something just a little different. But Leslie did say Jamie used this color today and the stencils, I think, so sorry. I should have done my research. It's so good, it doesn't matter. You need to do it over and over and over. Farm Fresh is very close to Apothecary. I would say it's a little darker and a little bit bluer. Apothecary is a little bit more green. It's a little bit lighter. So depending if you like more blues or more greens, you could achieve a similar look with Apothecary, and it would be a little more green toned if that's what you're going for fall. So I have about 2.5 weeks until video boot camp. I'll be heading to Encinitas, California to Miss Debbie Beard's video boot camp. I officially have my flight, my hotel, and my car booked. Small miracles do happen. And now I'm just going to have to figure out how to drive from the airport to my hotel in California traffic, but it's gonna be just fine. All right, so 2 coats on here. We've got good full coverage. Let's get this bad boy dried up and we will get a stencil on it. Again, I'll be using the new Croc Minis by JRV, which are available now on my site. They were pre-ordered, but now they're available. She's got several different minis. I carry most of them, at least. The grain sacks, the Croc, and the mini jar label pack. This one has 8 though, instead of 6, like most of them, so bonus. Sweet Leslie, I'm gonna go check it out when I'm done. I've got a couple. I've got a lot of videos to catch up on. It's about time for me to hire somebody, y'all. I can't. It's getting hard to keep up with comments across YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So garage sales still happening where y'all are at. See, when I went thrifting, originally I was gonna hit up some garage sales, I thought. And I was looking and I couldn't really find any. They're starting to dwindle down around here. So I decided to do some thrifting instead. I found a couple of cute dresses. I wanted to find a couple of cute things for California. But I needed to save some money after spending a bunch on all the other things. So I think I'm going to pop a couple fun clips in on Thursday's video of what I found. Candace says she's praying I have an amazing time and everything goes smoothly. Thank you, Candace. I am super excited to learn more about like the art of storytelling during my videos, my edited videos. And also Miss Dion Woods is going to be there teaching us a lot about short videos such as like TikTok and Instagram reels and whatnot. So that is something I kind of slack on. So it should be a great time. Leslie says it's hard for her to keep up and she doesn't have a YouTube channel. Well, Leslie, it is a blessing. I always say busy is a blessing. If I wasn't busy, I'd be broke. So I do appreciate it, and I really do try my hardest to get on and comment back on everything. And sometimes it takes a couple days now, but I really try my hardest. Stacy said she thinks a lot of people are selling online now in Facebook instead of doing the garage sales, and she could be totally right on that. Stephanie said she's still hitting up garage sales for school clothes. So that is a great idea. Elena didn't kill me this year. We did pretty good. But we didn't buy any pants. She wanted shorts and hoodies. I'm like, it's 100 degrees and she wanted hoodies. We're gonna have to buy some pants. That kid does not like jeans. Okay. Beautiful. Let's put this over here so I don't burn myself. So I will obviously paint up the other two canisters too. Maybe we'll do a fun different color on the bottom. We'll see. But not on camera tonight. Nobody's got time for all that. So here's Farm Fresh Wet and Farm Fresh Dry. And you can see it's a little washed out with the ring light, but you can see it definitely dries up a little bit lighter. And that Klingon made a nice quick work. The nice thing about these Klingons too is I'll go drop this in a cup of water tonight, and then when I go rinse it out in the morning, that paint just like falls out of your bristles. A little drip right there. Leslie said she called this a fall color. I mean, it for sure is. Girl, you can, any color can be fall colors if you try hard enough. Okay, which stencil? Again, this is the new mini Croc labels, and they're a good size. Here, let's hold them up on this. So we've got Denver, Colorado Manufacturing Company. This one is James Carberry Marmalade. This one is backwards. Something something in French, Paris. This one is J.A. Bauer Pottery Company, Los Angeles. It has a peach on it. I think this is the one Jamie used today. I think I saw the thumbnail. Excuse me. This one is Merchant, Kaysville, Utah, with a leaf. Nobody's commenting. I don't know if anybody cares. This one is also Paris, a Creme de Sillon. I don't know what any of this means. This one is a USA crown with a number 3. That one might be a little wide. And then this one is pure cream. Weigh in, anybody? If not, I'll pick. I think this one's gonna fit the best. Maybe not. Maybe not. That peach one fits really well too. The first one, oh no, I don't know which one the first one was, hon. I don't remember. This one. So this one isn't gonna fit. It's too wide. it's a little wide. That one's out. That one's out. The pure cream one would fit, but I don't really want to do cream. Sorry, I'm being indecisive. We're just gonna do okay, between these two. Pure cream, jam. The marmalade, you mean? That one doesn't fit either. Okay, well somebody said cream and the cream one fits. So we'll do it. I do have some leaf the jam. There's some like texture down here I'm gonna have to work around. But I got this. All right, I'm using a number 24 JRV stencil brush. These are also available, and I will paint the bottom of this. Don't y'all worry. These are also available in my brush collection. Like I said, stay tuned for some exciting news. Any flower or coffee or tea? No, Leslie, there's not. I wish there was. Do the leaf one, the leaf one, the leaf one. Okay, fine. Sorry, cream just got outvoted. I'm afraid if I do cream, see, when I feel like when people put the cream on it, it makes it more like kitchen. Okay, I'll do this one. And the whole leaf isn't gonna, we'll figure it out. But I'm sorry, I feel like when people do cream, it makes it like for the kitchen. And there's a bunch of toothpaste ones, but I feel like then you have to use that in the bathroom. All right, this one fits, it fits, it fits. In a deep green, I'm gonna do Hey Sailor, which is a nice navy blue. So using my number 24 brush, key here is going to be a super dry brush when you're stenciling. So I'm going to actually offload most of my paint onto a rag, paper towel in today's case. So what I like to do is usually work off the lid, and I just throw a little tiny bit of paint on the lid, and that way I'm not dipping my brush and getting it way too wet. And then from here, I'm going to take it onto a paper towel and take most of that paint off. Line my stencil up. See, if I do it all the way down, I could probably get it all to fit and bend it and manipulate it. Oh, no pressure. It's too much pressure. I'm gonna take it up above that bump and we'll do the leaves a little differently. Cool? Cool. Any crock is a-okay for me, right? I could also use some little mini letters and kind of do my own crock design with just some of the little fancy, with just some of the fancy swirlies on these. I like to mix and match my stencils a lot. It's a lot of pressure on camera. When I finish them up, I'll post this in community so everybody can see. Now I'm going in with just a stippling motion here this evening. I've been working on my swirl, but I don't have it down 100% yet. And the great thing about these JRV stencils is she makes them super thick. They're made for resellers because they're made to be used over and over and over. Which also, I think, in my opinion, makes them just easier to use. Not as much bleed through. They stay in place. I've had somebody asking me recently about the grain sack stripes. She was having a problem getting them to stay in place. So I'm gonna do a video very, very soon with the grain sack stripes and my little trick on those. Leslie said she wondered if my screen's frozen. Leslie, hon, it's looking okay on my end. Why don't you try to hop out and hop back in? Am I good with everybody else? So number 24 brush, Hey Sailor here, and the Croc Minis, one of the Croc Mini stamps. I'm sorry, stencils. And I'm going to avoid the leaf right now. Whoa. Got a little juicy right there. I'm going to avoid the leaves right now. We're going to try something a little different with them. Who's a fan of stenciling? I was not a fan of stenciling. I did not have the patience for it the first few times I tried it, but I was not using the right kind of brush. Screen is okay. Screen is okay. Okay, thank you much. Leslie, if I'm frozen to you, hon, hop out, hop back in. Okay. Brow. Cute. The color combination is gorgeous. In fact, it reminds me of the pumpkin box I did. I think that was like 2 videos back. Melissa said the grain sack stripe's really hard for her to do too. Sweet. Well, not sweet. I'm sorry that it's hard for you to do, but I will make sure I make that a priority very, very soon. Okay, cool. So we've got a little bit of the stencil there. What I'm gonna do now is, I think, take the leaves. Should I do like just a part of a leaf hanging out up here in the corner, or should I like take the leaves around the side? What do we think? Jane says she's been stenciling for 40 years, which just told her age. That's okay. That is okay. In the corner, in the corner. Okay, so I'm going to bend, not like bend it in half, but manipulate this stencil a little bit. And since it's thick, you can kind of get away with it, but do it at your own discretion to kind of cram it up here in the corner. Okay, if you're worried about hurting your stencils, maybe don't do that. But if I push down really hard right here, I can get it nice and flat. With thinner stencils, if you try to do that, it creases them. Melissa said, everybody remember to hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. I always remember to say it in the beginning, and then I forget. Thumbs up. I'm at 64 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. And any shares would be greatly appreciated. YouTube has been kind of tough these past few weeks. And I'm really close to 10,000. I meant to check before I got on, and I forgot. But like 100 away, 100-ish away. Okay, so now that I'm getting way up in the corner, I'm just gonna like hold it down in there a little bit at a time, as tight as I can. And the key is to keep one finger on it at all times so it doesn't move. And here's the other thing. With this kind of shabby chic style, if it's a little bit like distressed looking, it's okay. Woo. Now, I did pull the paint off just a little right there. It stuck to the stencil, which is kind of strange. I think I was pushing a little too hard with my brush. But again, if you give your paint a little bit longer to dry, it's a lot less likely to happen. I'm just going to touch it up with a little detail brush. No worries. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Candace says she loves Hey Sailor. She's thinking about painting her old metal cabinets the color. I love it, Candace. I've done a lot of, I don't have any furniture in my own home painted the color, but I've painted a lot in Hey Sailor, and it has sold for sure. Okay, next question. I might do a little more stenciling off camera. I think, you know, let's see if I'm good enough to take that leaf up a little bit. Maybe a mistake. We'll find out. So I'm just gonna take it, like I put part of it down on this flat part, and now I'm just gonna do a little bit up here on the top. Woo, everybody's telling their age. You ladies are proud. I have so many fun ladies that have my back on this channel. It's like having a million internet mamas. Now I am over a textured area here, so if I get bleed through or if it looks terrible, guess what? I just paint over it. not too bad. Sorry, I'm real quiet. I need a second person when I'm stenciling. It's the focus. Ha. Oh, so cute. I don't know many stencils you could do such a cute, good job with over that. Okay, next question. Any wet distressing or just waxing? The finish under it, remember, is pretty funky. So if I do wet distress back, I mean, we're risking getting any of those colors. I say no. Wet distress or nah? Let me know. So again, this is DIY Farm Fresh and the JRV Croc Mini Stencils with Hey Sailor is the blue, used in my number 24. Just wax, just wax, just wax. Okay, cool, just wax. I'm going to hit this with a heat gun just real quick because a little bit of that blue is just a little wet. No wet distress. Okay, we're not wet distressing. No worries. Oh, Jackie said yes. Darn it. I'm finding myself not distressing things as much these days. Go through phases, I guess. So again, this stencil did not fit on here perfectly, but I was able to kind of move it around, modify it. You can always mix and match your stencils. So with 8 different little tiny minis, your possibilities are going to be crazy endless. All right, so I've got my white wax. Sorry. They sell them in 4-ounce and 13.5-ounce containers. I believe I have both sizes in stock right now as well. Sorry, it's so loud. Keep forgetting I don't have my drop cloth down. And then when I wax, if you guys ever watch my flips, I like to use just a little chippy brush. Hold on one second. Just a little chippy brush because it gives a really good weathered finish. Yeah, Stacy says she loves distressing, but she doesn't think it would be good for this one, and I agree. I just think it would be too much. So again, I'm always trying to work not directly out of my can so I don't contaminate my colors. Just gonna take a little white wax out here. Man, I have made a mess. I always make the biggest messes on these lives. And I'm getting a little bit on my brush, but I'm also kind of like pouncing some of it off. Melissa asks, how long does it take me to ship my DIY paint? I ship out my orders within 5 business days. No, I ship on the weekends. I can't mail things out on Sunday, but so 5 business days generally, but usually less. So I could go in with some clear wax and do a clear wax first on this, but I'm not going to because I want it to be pretty heavily white waxed. I'm going to be a little easier over the words, but we're just going to go straight in. If you do clear wax first, it's going to kind of act as an eraser, as a barrier, and your white wax isn't going to look quite so heavy, but you'll have a little more control. So if you're newer to waxing, I would maybe suggest doing a coat of clear first and then going in with your white. And having a clean rag or a lint-free rag or paper towel is going to be important. Okay, so I've got it on there pretty heavy, and I'm going to work small sections at a time and wipe it back fairly quickly. Otherwise, it's going to stick to that paint super fast. Now, if there was clear wax, it wouldn't stick as much or as quickly. I'd have a little more control, a little more play. And then you see as I'm wiping, it's buffing a little bit here and sinking into that paint, which is now starting to appear a little darker. So that's called the wax freakout factor with DIY paint. As this dries overnight, that's going to even back out a bit. And you'll see some variations in tone, but it won't be so prevalent. And see what a beautiful aged finish that gives it. Leslie said it's cross-contamination when you're dipping your brushes and stuff into your wax and your paint. And since DIY paint is all natural, that is 100% true. It can cause your paint and your wax to get yucky and moldy. So always take it out of the container. Boom, boom. What do we think? Gorgeous. All right, let's do the other sides. If you guys want to see, let's do on the back. I'm going to do some clear wax first, just as a barrier so y'all can see the difference. And when I put this clear wax on, it's going to darken up quite a bit. Again, as that dries overnight, it will lighten back up. Tomorrow I will put a post up on community of the final look. So I am dipping into this one only because it's like literally almost gone. Not best practice. Okay, so that's a lot. That's way too much. Clear wax on is going to deepen and darken that paint right up. As it dries, it will lighten back up. But now I've got that barrier of clear wax, and this white wax will move around a lot easier. And then, no worries, as it dries, it'll all even out just fine. You shouldn't even be able to tell that I did the two different ones. If you can, maybe just a little, but not much. So now, as you can see, when I'm putting that white wax on, it moves around so much easier. I can do this whole side without worrying about it, and then come and wipe it back. And it gives you a completely, I'm sorry, that ring light is a little bright. It gives you a completely different look. So straight white wax, clear, and then white wax. Can we tell the difference? If you accidentally put too much wax that dried too fast, can you buff it with the clear wax to take more of it off? Correct. So say I got way too much over the words here and I didn't like it, I can take this clear brush, we'll do it down here in the corner, and go over it just like Leslie said, and that will start to erase. Sorry, I don't want to do too much because I don't want to actually erase too much of it. See how that'll start to erase that white wax back off of there. If I rub it, then it'll take mostly all of that white wax off. Very, very good point. So I love the DIY wax. It is by far my favorite wax I've ever tried. It's super, super user-friendly. Buttery smooth, not sticky, doesn't pull your paint back off. Highly recommend. All right, let's finish up these other couple of sides and we'll get out of here for the evening. I've been on for over an hour. Sorry. That was a lot of stuff to show. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. In fact, I still have 100 people on here. Thank you, guys. If you are interested in anything I showed tonight, over on my website, upcycledbybri.com, all of the items are under the current Thrift Haul collection. And then the paint and products are in the DIY paint and products collection. The brushes are in the brushes collection. All linked down in the description box below for you. And then also one more thing I wanted to mention, because a lot of people have been confused. On my videos, I used to go through and link every single Amazon product that I was using in like separate links for my Amazon affiliate. I now am an Amazon like influencer or something, so now I have an actual storefront. So it's one link down in my description box. When you click that, it takes you to my direct storefront, and then I have everything separated out into nice categories. With pictures. So not just links and words now, but you actually can do some picture shopping. So like the pumpkins that I've been using, the little burlap or linen sacks, stuff like that I get off Amazon, all down in one clickable link now. All right, that is gorgeous. You can never, ever, ever go wrong with these beautiful teals and white wax. And then of course the Hey Sailor is the perfect color for that croc imitation. We'll wax the top of it and call it an evening. I will put finished pictures up in community tomorrow. And I will have an edited video up on Thursday. What do you guys want to see Thursday? It can either, I'm going to be doing some booth work this week, so we can either do some booth work or we can do some more fun fall DIYs. What do y'all want to see? Candace says I rock, and she appreciates me. Thank you, Candace. You rock, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you so much. This has been a crazy, wild ride since January. Booth work, says MM. I could probably do both. DIYs too. I could do a few fall DIYs and show you taking them to my booth and staging them. You want to do that? I will be filming tomorrow, so I'll check comments in the morning. Lynn says she's never found the community tab. So Lynn, community is not available on your phone. You can see the tab, or I'm sorry, community is not available on your iPad. You can see the tab, but you won't be able to like actually see the community stuff. But if you go to my channel, and click the Upcycled by Bri channel, you can scroll across the top and it's like about, videos, yada, 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 and one tab says community. Also though, to make it easier, if you look down in the description box of this video, there is a link that says Upcycled by Bri bonus group, and that's my community. So you can just click that link and it will have all of the information there. If you still are having trouble, you can email me upcycledbybri@hotmail.com and I can send you a direct link that way. Okay, let's see the improvement. Again, I will be finishing all of this. I will be painting the bottom, the bottom of the containers, but also the bottom of the base. And I might do the bottom base a different color. But I think that is a bit of improvement. Where did the other one go? I don't know. It's okay. Y'all get the point. I think that's a bit of improvement. I will go through and clean up the lip of that with a damp rag before it's fully cured. But that's so much prettier. And again, this will be available $28.95 after it's all painted up over on my site. Do the bottom in Hay Sailor. That's a good idea, Elizabeth. I'll probably do that. And I'll finish it up and I will put a picture in community. If y'all have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I will go through in the morning and check everything and respond. I appreciate y'all hopping on. We've been on for 82 minutes, so thanks for sticking it out with me for almost an hour and a half. I sure appreciate it. So close to 10,000. When we get there, I'm going to be doing a fun giveaway, either a corbel or a candlestick, and I will have upcoming posts about that over on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, be sure to do that. You can find everything on my website. What else did I forget? Edited video up Thursday. Thanks for joining me, guys. We'll see y'all later. Bye, friends.